Okay, so today we woke up to the news that the Danish prince died last night, age 80 something or 90 something, I guess. And my Apple Watch told me it was plus 1 degree Celsius. It seems to be some kind of extreme cold related issue with the Apple Watch OS. I don't know, but for sure it was not plus 1 degree. It was like 24, 25 below zero. Okay, and here you can see the Greenlandic flag, which is mourning the death of the Danish prince. And this may or may not be the coldest day of winter 2018, but at least it's the coldest day so far. And you can see that down by the beach here by the very fact that, you know, it's very hard to traverse these icy stones and these pebbles, and at like 15 to 18 below zero you don't get this, and then it's easier to move down to the actual waterfront. And here you also see a lot of kelp. These are normally living or to be found out in the fjord, and they are quite huge, like 3 or 4 meter long, and the thickness of your thumb or even double that. And these kelp plants could actually be used to draw down CO2 from the atmosphere if some bright mind would actually do that, or start doing that on a big scale. Okay, and we look at the rest of the beach. You can see the frost smoke or the frost fog or whatever out here, and something that is either seaweed or sea ice. Hey, what about that? I've been like in Greenland for approaching 7 or 8 months since August, and this is like the first sign I've seen of any sea ice so far this winter. So I have to be a bit careful walking down here, you know, at least when I'm on my own, because it's like if you knock your head on one of these rocks, ice covered rocks in 25 below, you're not going to stay warm very long, I think. And these fellas up here, these guys up here, the ravens, they would come to your assistance pretty fast, I think. So yeah, you can see some waves down here, but let's go down to the beach. So you see here, this is this left behind ice here is from the tide going out, you know. So and this is the current water level, and you have something here that resembles pancake ice. We'll see in the next picture. Yes, so this is like stage 2 or 3 in sea ice formation. It's a classical pancake ice phenomenon, and the thing is that you have this gray goo or slush that is just, you know, bouncing around in the water, and then it connects to other ice crystals, and it gets these little edges that go up a bit, almost like water lilies. And they get those edges because they constantly collide with each other, you know, in the currents and in the waves. So yeah, and after a while, if it's cold enough or it's left to its own, the area between those pancakes can freeze also, and you can proceed to stage 3 or 4 in the sea ice freezing process. But you see, it's only inside this little beach or inside this little inlet that you have ice, and not out in the main fjord. Although you have this frost fog out there. This is more seaweed and kelp. So it's like low tide, so you can actually see some of the green-brown kelp plants. It's 5 meters difference between low tide and high tide in these areas of Western Greenland. Different shade of the same picture. Pretty beautiful, I must say. And yeah, so I'm happy to say February 14th, some starting stages of sea ice formation, even in Greenland. Wow, who would have thought? Right. And here on the other side you can see sort of the not non-snow covered part is the difference between low tide and high tide. And this is later in the afternoon, closer to sunset. You actually see some other people being out on a walk on the coldest day.